and making yourself absolutely comfortable. So just scan your body to make sure that you are making any final adjustments. And we'll start by taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and exhale out from your mouth, making your breath a long, deep, comfortable breath. Once you've taken your deep breath in and out, 3 of them, take a moment to just return to your natural breath and notice your breath, this time without changing it, but just watching the natural breath flow in and out of your body, whether the breath is going into your chest or your belly. I'd like you to now invite you to imagine a giant cedar chest which has a lid that opens and closes. And I'd like you to take a moment to put all the events in your life that have happened before you sat down for this meditation in that giant cedar chest. All the hustle and bustle, all the places you've been, all the conversations you've had. I want you to imagine putting it all in the cedar chest. Don't worry, you can take it all out after this practice. And then again, you may choose not to. I also would like you to put whatever plans you might have after this practice in the cedar chest also. All the ideas, thoughts, anticipations about what is to come. Put that in the cedar chest and it'll all be there when we are done at the end of the session. Take a moment and visualize you, but the most loving version of yourself. Some call this your highest self, your wise self, your most adult self. The name is unimportant as long as you can access compassion. To help you access the version of you, sometimes it is helpful to get in touch with yourself as a loving parent to a child or an animal. Next, take a moment to visualize yourself as your younger self, at the age you were when you engaged in the behavior that you are now ready to forgive. So even if it was only last month, it was a younger version of who you are today. I want you to see your younger self from the eyes of your most loving self. So take a moment to look at your younger self with love and compassion. You may even place your hand or both your hands over your chest while you do this part of the practice. Take a moment to put words to the behavior or choices you are forgiving yourself for. Whether it is a pattern of not holding to your boundaries, a recent relapse back into addiction, or yelling at your kids. Identify the behavior or choices you are ready to let go of. Say to your younger self, I know you are ready to let go of the past. I am ready for that too. You can either intuit as an attuned parent would do, or ask your younger self this question. What need were you trying to have met by engaging in the behavior? Were you trying to feel safe, loved, connection, acceptance, closeness, importance, or perhaps peace? Take a moment here to really see the behavior as an attempt to get a basic human need met. Validate the need by saying, it is perfectly acceptable to want to feel that. It is perfectly acceptable to want to feel that. Take a moment to feel into what it is like to validate the need. Often, there is a sense of relief, a letting go of guilt or shame. Allow your body and emotions to feel the relief of validating the need. Again, see your younger self from the eyes of your most loving self. Now say, it's time to let go of the behavior because it isn't working. It is actually making things worse. Are you ready to let it go? Make sure you get a yes before you continue. On your next exhale, imagine the younger you exhales the behavior into a red balloon. Take a few moments here, focusing on exhaling the behavior into the balloon. When you feel that you've exhaled all parts of the behavior that don't serve you any longer, see the younger you letting go of the balloon. Watch the balloon floating up into the sky, getting smaller and smaller until you can't see it any longer. Looking through the eyes of the most loving adult to the younger you, say, you are always doing the best you can with the information you have. You have grown from this, and now you have more choices for how you can get your needs met. I love you and forgive you. Now visualize the most loving you extending your arms out, inviting the younger you into a warm and caring embrace. You may want to cross your arms over your torso to have the felt experience of the warm embrace. Feel into the experience of being the giver of this hug. Feel into the experience of being the receiver of this hug. I'd like to now invite you to just take a few deep breaths. In through your nose, out from your mouth. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bring the energy and the awareness back to your body. Interlock your fingers above your head. Give yourself a lovely stretch. If you're lying down, you can flex and point your toes. If you're sitting, you can just kind of give yourself a little bit of a side stretch. And then gently rubbing your palms together, making them warm, and then just cupping them over your eyes. Don't press down. Say your name, Priyanka. I love you. You're giving yourself a little bit of self-love. And namaste. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-forgiveness. And arise from your meditation whenever you feel ready.